So what is up, nooblets? Yes, mate. So we are on Modern Warfare 2 Rust on zombies. This isn't going to be like a major challenge video. We're not going for like high records or anything like that. But I wanted to jump on this in light of the newest. I mean, I'd say new. This is March 2020, I believe it came out in November 19. But the latest Call of Duty Modern Warfare, which also has Rust, which actually got me hyped to play this. So potentially, if I'm competent enough, I can actually jump into theatre on Modern Warfare now and give you a different perspective of what we're looking at. That's if I'm competent enough. Probably not, so don't expect to see anything in there. But this sort of raised a couple of questions to me, man. Like, what's with Call of Duty, where things are at in gaming at the moment, and what's sort of expected in the future. So personally, I'm gonna go straight off the bat and just straight out say that I'm a big fan of the new Modern Warfare that's recently come out. The one released by I believe it's Blizzard, or I play on Blizzard client. I don't know if they're the ones who actually published the game. Also, I want to say a massive shout out to the music producer for that game. That shit is fucking fire. But thoughts and opinions, because I've been speaking to some of my in real life friends and some of the community members that I obviously engage with, asking their sort of opinions on where Call of Duty's at, if it's dead, if it's alive, how do people feel about it now. Personally, as I said, massive fan of the new Modern Warfare. I think it's the best COD that's come out in quite a few years, and I've actually boycotted COD for a couple of years as well. So the last COD that I actually probably purchased, I mean, I do have them all now in regards to like, well, Black Ops 3, etc. But the last one I would have literally brought would have been COD Black Ops 2, and I don't even think I brought any of the DLC with that, so it literally would have been bare bones. Just looking for this last zombie quickly. Anybody can help me find him? Or her, they, it. Okay, cool. Nice jump. Where was I? Can't actually remember what I was saying. So yeah, we're not going for a high score on this. I just kind of wanted to talk at the moment and say that so I boycotted pretty much Black Ops 2. So I boycotted Black Ops 3, and then every pretty much game after that as well. So, and everything in between, like Ghost, Infinity War. Actually, I believe Black Ops 2 did come out after Modern Warfare 3, I believe. Yeah, I'm certain. I had Modern Warfare 3. Another shit game, to be completely honest. Very underwhelming in comparison to Modern Warfare 2. This is actually the best perk song, by the way. So we're gonna have some vibes in the back. So yeah, so this sort of raises the questions as to where does COD stand these days, because I think that they have done an absolutely fantastic job with this new Call of Duty, and just the kind of content in there, the feeling of the game as well. It's incredible, man. It really does give me the kind of nostalgia boner that I get when I actually play like this map, because what you have to understand is, like, when I grew up, I was playing like Nintendo and shit, man. Kids these days, they're gonna have Rust as like, well, the new Rust as their like playground, man. It's incredible. So this is what I mean. Is zombies dead? Because there's a whole new wave of players coming through. There's the veterans that do still play. I'm wondering what they're saying, if they're saying this is shit. And if people in general, like even the new wave people, are just wondering if COD is just like a relic kind of a relic franchise now. Because the way that I see it is, even if COD isn't successful anymore in the light that it used to be, what we do actually see is, okay, hold up a sec. Oh shit, I didn't even have enough. If it's not as successful, oh no, I lost my train of thought, man. If it's not as successful as it used to be, it's still not going to go anywhere. It's kind of like McDonald's, in a sense that, you know, McDonald's is shit, but realistically, like, is it going to go anywhere? No, because it's been like the veteran that's been around with us since like the origination of fast food in general. So I'm just wondering if Call of Duty is going to be the same sense of that, as if like, do people actually really care about this franchise anymore? Has the new COD reawoken? Has the new COD reawoken love for veterans in Call of Duty? Because I can tell you now, it definitely has for me. 100%. I haven't been as hyped about actually playing a COD as I have in a very long time as this new one. And then there was another question I wanted to ask, but I can't remember. You just clip on this ladder. You don't have to actually drink it. And this raises another question. So many questions. The question is, what about zombies? Is zombies a dead thing? This is something that I see all over online at the moment. And this is model 1866. 1887. It literally says 1887. Why did I say 1866? Yeah, what about zombies? So I'm part of several communities on zombies, and they're still very active, and I've always found that zombies is such an alive community, and probably my favorite community out of any game, to be completely honest. Just everybody there is so cool, and when you actually squad up and, you know, accomplish some goals with some people, then, you know, it's super cool. I know that often I play solo, but that's just because solo dolo the way forward. But yeah, so in regards to zombies, what's happening sort of in the future for zombies? Are we gonna see any more zombies coming out in future installments of Call of Duty released by Treyarch, or is that not a possibility anymore with recent resignations? And also on the side of that, like, is the community dead? I'm not too sure about servers and stuff like that. I'm not too sure about how alive the Black Ops 3 sort of community is as well, in regards to like official servers that are being maintained by Treyarch or Bungie or whoever the fuck it is. I personally don't think it is dead, and I don't think it will be dead for a very long time. Just because it is the player base that keeps it alive, and this is sort of leading back to this Modern Warfare conversation I was trying to have a few minutes ago, in the sense that I was in a community the other day, just in a voice chat, doing some casual zombies with some of the people, and there was a whole different age range of people, which was really cool. And some of these kids were saying that, like, you know, they remember running Kino der Toten from like the age of like 5 and 6, 4 and 5, and, you know, zombies has been something that they've been running for like many years, like pretty much their entire childhood. Now, are you going to sell something like that out? Because it's like a similar principle as, like, I've been playing Pokemon like throughout the years of my life. Like, I'm still gonna play Pokemon regardless of what sort of happens to the franchise, etc. And I'll still even fire up some I had it in my head there. I'll still even play some Fire Red. I hate that I was gonna say fire up Fire Red. That actually pisses me off. I'm a nerd, man. But yeah, I'll still play some Fire Red, so that proves that some people will still play some COD, Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2. When you think about, you know, Black Ops 1 being the childhood game they remember, and then Black Ops 2 being like their actual, like, 8 to 12 game, and then Black Ops 3 being like the game that's like taken them from like into secondary school and then like to wherever they're at in their lives now. And then the comparison for that, for me, with, you know, obviously Modern Warfare being the game that I got introduced to when I was about 10 or so. And then obviously playing that into Black Ops 1, leading me into sort of like high school, and all of that kind of stuff. So I think that the generations split apart still make for a community that's sort of binding together. So I really don't believe that, regardless of what happens with people saying like Call of Duty's dead and stuff, I think that the game still does mean a lot to many people, regardless of sort of what era they sort of came from. Because some people will tell you that they haven't played any Call of Duty since like the actual original Modern Warfare way back when, years ago. This game was released, what, 2008, I believe. 12 years. I think it's 12 years old. Maybe not. Could be. I'm certain it is. But yeah, I'd really love to get to hear some like other people's thoughts about stuff. I genuinely love to hear from the two different sides, like new versus sort of old. In regards to the new Modern Warfare, I keep saying new Modern Warfare, the latest Modern Warfare that came out in November 19, I believe it was. How they feel about that Call of Duty, how they feel about Call of Duty as a franchise in general, how they feel about Call of Duty in regards to zombies, what they believe the future of zombies is, what they believe the future of Call of Duty is. Because yeah, I definitely think that like, see, I can't tell because I might be older, but like the hype of like Modern Warfare 2 with like you know, trick shotting clans and stuff like that was like a hype that's like, will that be attained again? But like the point is like, is that attained now? And I'm just like an old bag that just like doesn't actually even comprehend that there is that hype around this game, and I'm just like too old and vibrate at a different frequency than the people who do like appreciate that kind of stuff. Like, what the fuck? But the new Modern Warfare definitely gives me that sort of vibe and feeling in general. Definitely a nostalgia boner in there somewhere. And then I want to see, yeah, obviously that in comparison to the sort of newbies. You know, you might find new kids that are just there like, oh, I don't get this COD, it's lame. But then you might find others that are like, yeah, this is super cool. Or people that are like, this isn't Black Ops 1. Like, this doesn't remind me of Black Ops 2. Or some people might have had Black Ops 4 as their first game, like, and if so, then like, rip, unlucky, but fair play. So yeah, that's kind of all I really wanted to speak about in regards to this, I say, episode that feels a little bit gross. Rip. But that is kind of what I wanted to talk about, and just get some opinions on that. So yeah, and the new Modern Warfare, in my opinion, is sick. It's like the sickest game that's come out in a long while, and that's what actually got me hyped to fire this up, because obviously they have that map on there, fully updated. Sick. Wonder if you can just dive off there. That looks fun. Easy. But yeah, so from now we're just gonna sort of go on survival. You can see that I'm like playing this very jokily. I'm just sort of like running around. I never intended this to be long or go on for like a record run at all. Oh shit. That's like the worst place to run. Why would anybody run there? It's pretty beast with the quick reload. I still feel very OP, man, even at round 11. This model 1887 was like the gun back in the fucking day on Modern Warfare 2. So yeah, I am actually curious for what's in the works for future Call of Duty installments. I reckon the new Modern Warfare could be about for several years to come. I can definitely believe that like an esports pro circuit will be around with that for a couple of years with the meta changing. It just seems to be that sort of advanced, and you know, obviously with something that I hate at the moment, but I'll still sort of I'll back it just for this one thing, but sort of like seasons in games, I think it's like the shittest feature, and just a way to scan customers. But seasons have the ability to keep games alive by obviously updating the meta, which I think is fucking sick. So there is that possibility that this could just stay alive for the next couple of years as the main Call of Duty installment to what we play, and that's sort of what's going to be the esports standard. And this new kind of cross-platform Call of Duty will be what people are going for, because I'm sure it has to have seen success. I'll check the figures in comparison to how it's sold in comparison to other Call of Duties, but I hope it's been a success. It's a really well crafted game. It is a really well crafted game, and that's why I'm also curious to see what's going to happen with future installments of our zombie creators. If this is going to be something that's going to be kind of like dropped now, like the cash grabs over, zombies is quote unquote dead. Is that how devs feel? Recent resignations that completely changed the course of Call of Duty from Treyarch side, etc. So only time shall tell. I hate that my voice cracks. Actually pisses me off, to be completely honest. So we got enough for this. Jesus, this is actually turning into like a longer run. I really didn't want it to I didn't even want to last that long. I just wanted to go like, yeah, sort of like 10 to 15 rounds, so. But we'll see. This is fun, man. Super hype. So, yeah, just to clarify, this also ran off World at War. I'm not sure if that was clear. I'm sure the HUD probably makes that clear that it's World at War, but shut up. Yeah, man. And also, what would even happen in this new zombie story? Massively feel like the fans cucked with the official Treyarch story. Or the official zombie story. So yeah, we'll see what obviously follows from that. I don't know if they can bring it back. I feel like, yeah, they robbed the fans of a good story. But then again, as I said, I was boycotting that shit while the entire sort of zombies storyline was playing out. So do I really have the right to have an opinion on that, considering I missed the hype? I'm just looking at it from a third-person perspective. I just know the story and roughly know the map. I haven't actually experienced it for myself, so I think it is actually a little bit cheap for me to say that the later story in Zombies sucks, because I haven't actually experienced it. It's just going off what I know. So I won't make that judgment, but definitely hyped. We still got so much Black Ops 3 to do as well. Like, they can just hold off on any new Treyarch games and any new Treyarch Zombies for as long as possible. That's still most favourable to me. I'm like literally trying to play this like as dangerous as possible as well. Just running. I could just go and camp like somewhere up there as well. But I'm playing only shotgun as well. Like, zombies suck, man. Actually suck. Bring on a harder map. I say that, and then I go and play like Das Herrenhaus to just test it out and get like 3 rounds in and get killed by Hitler zombie. So read to that. Wondering what other perkaroonies there are. Who's like the deadest perk? I don't even think I'll be picking that up. It's probably like what actually voted like worst perk. Oof. And yeah, just sort of trying to wonder if there was anything else that I sort of wanted to talk about. It was mainly I just wanted to jump on and play this map on zombies because I thought it would be hype. Because I was just playing some fucking ground wars on on the new Modern Warfare. You know, the mini matches. It's like rush, shipment, and shootout. And I was like, damn man, I'm hyped. This map's like so sick. It's sick for zombies, and I remember I had it. So I was like, damn it, we're gonna load this up. And then I'm wondering how the people feel about the new Call of Duties. And what, if there's any franchises that they're looking out for. Like, I need to keep more out to games, man. Like, what the fuck is happening with Battlefield? I'm sure Resident Evil's releasing a new Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, mate. It's absolutely hype. Big zombie fan. Resident Evil 3 was probably my favourite. Controversial opinion. Well, actually, no, 2's obviously the best. See, that's what I mean, man. Once again, Resident Evil, another franchise. Like, I'll say 2 and 3's the best. Some people say 1 is the best. I know people that started out their journey on Resident Evil 4, which is cute. And then some people who started out their journey on Resident Evil 5. And then think about the new kids who are starting out their journey on Resident Evil 7. They didn't even know about Raccoon City, man. They didn't even know. But you ask for 2 people's opinions on that. You say to somebody who grew up with Resident Evil 1 and 2 about how they feel about Resident Evil 6 and 7, probably tell you it sucks. Actually, no, I mean 7 was like critically acclaimed, I believe. I believe it got like a near perfect score. So touche for that. But still, once again, I'm a little bit of an Origins fag. They're not zombies. This isn't Resident Evil. So yeah, people will keep buying that. I personally haven't purchased Resident Evil 7, and I personally won't purchase Resident Evil. See, that's why in zombie stories do they always go on these mad fucking stories, man. Like Resident Evil's another franchise. Like they had something so good with Raccoon City, and where they could have gone from there, they decided to go in some scatty fucking direction, like worst possible directions they could have gone in regards to story. Like following up from like Raccoon City, they could have done so much, like preventing the world from going under a zombie apocalypse, like fighting back against Umbrella, and then some massive meta story where it turns out that like Umbrella is the fucking Illuminati, like, and this was all purposeful, like. But no, instead they decide to go for some fucking next generation zombies, next generation action and shit like that, man. I just feel like zombie franchises always shit on their fans. And I mean, you can look at my opinion as I just stated with some of the later Black Ops zombie maps. Say the exact same thing. Just not a fan. I believe that once again they had such a good setup after the release. Even going into Black Ops 1, Black Ops 1, even all the way up to Moon. It's not that I'm opposed to like a scatty story. It's just that like we're talking like German secret military experiment to use a special energy to create super soldiers into fucking children playing with toys in their bedroom, like in a fucking fantasy land. Like, nah, son, please. Like, and then like destroying the universes. Like, once again, they could have just gone in and they had like the whole story with Rick Hoffman set up being in the Illuminati. They could have taken it so deep that like the American government could have ended up like funding it and stuff like that. Like they could have gone on some sick story. I think people were so hyped back in the days of the story, like when it was some of the earlier maps, and I really wish that I was covering content back in these days as well. You would have seen some of the theories that I had. It's actually so sad that you know, I'm creating content in these days as opposed to the glory days. as some people might say it, which is a real shame. But like that's sort of what I mean, man. Like, what the fuck is up with that story? Like, it's such a good setup, such a good premise. See, I can't even say premise because isn't that even one of the fucking crews, the premise crew, man? Like, they had an amazing premise set up. Shit. And they just fucked it, man. They went on some scatty storyline that didn't need to be done. Same with Resident Evil. I just don't know why zombie franchises just go like out the fucking batshit crazy. Like, they just wing it. I would have loved to have just seen some casual Nazi zombie story where, yeah, once again, like, even going to the moon, the Illuminati can put a base on the moon. I have no problems, like, if you bring in like that ancient aliens like built the moon place and like left element 115 there as some like future energy for the human race to discover once they become like mature enough. Like that's like cool, as long as like we're not seeing like any like massive aliens and stuff like that. Like, I don't really care. Like, that premise is sick, that like the Illuminati knows about some like energy and pyramid built on the sky which will actually like release an energy to destroy the earth if like, I don't know, I'm just chatting shit, but like I hope you understand what I'm saying with like a premise of a story and where you can go from there, as opposed to fucking like multi-dimensional travel. Like, the original characters that you've come to love just like don't mean shit now. Like, are they dead? Are they fucking alive? Are they kids? Like, are they adults? Like what the fuck, man? But this is probably me just ranting now. This weren't even meant to be a rant video. This meant to be me like talking of praising the new Modern Warfare and asking people's opinions on where they think Zombies is gonna go and if they think the franchise is dead, and what they think the future for gaming is. Imagine like a Call of Duty that's like fully, really well fleshed out for VR. That'd be sick. When I say fully fleshed out, I mean like uber fleshed out, like perfect coordination, like exactly what you'd expect from a game. Probably find like the best esports player would actually be some like SWAT guys. You'd actually like have to ban them out of like competitions just because they're trained tacticians. Wow, man, it's round 19. Oh shit. I didn't think that we'd be going this far. I've like tried to play it as like bad as possible just to oh. I haven't even got willows as well, man. Could even go get willows, but is there an end to this map? If there's an end, we can go to the end. I don't think there is an end. I had no intention of doing a PSX long play. Nah, man, there is no even PSX long play. RIP. That could have actually killed me then. Yeah, I mean, I'm struggling to think what to do now. This really, I was like, yeah, this is a nice small map. This will give me a chance to talk for 5 minutes, and then I'll just quickly die. And now I'm full set up for a world record speedrun. I don't think that these can be upgraded twice, can they? Nope. You gotta get a little revive. Fucking singing, mate. Oh. Round 20. I'm almost like hoping I down here. Actually, do I hope I down here? Should we just go for the PSX long play? Should we go for world record? World record, Modern Warfare 2 Rust. A map almost 8 to 9 years old. Submit to AGGQ. Ah shit, I've actually got like no ammo. Ah, no, here it is. Okay, I'm reviving myself. This could be it, man. We got 0, 0, and 4. Ripperino. Okay, 4 shots. 3 zombies and 1 for myself. Oh no, I used 2 on 1 zombie. Okay, but the last shot. Thomas Jefferson, motherfucking looking ass motherfucker. What do I do? Okay, cool. Let's pick up a gun. I'm almost certain this is a rip run. That was so horrible. Sorry, I don't know if that came through very distorted then, but whoa, what the fuck, man? Jesus Christ, this game is a lot harder when you're actually like focusing on the game. Like earlier I was just talking and I was just on autopilot, and I like without even thinking about it, my movement was just going. Now I'm like thinking about my movement and now I'm like fucking up. But yeah, I think round 20 is cool. Might just come up here, make a last stand. This is only just to have a little chat about the new Modern Warfare, and as I've rip another perk there I could have got, and talk about the future of sort of franchises and where franchises have led to. Except before I was gonna never backing down to these zombies, never giving them the easy win. Fuck them, easy GG. I'll take my bitch ass self out. There you go. Fuck you, you don't have the right to do that. Yeah, so GG, 20 rounds. As I said, that was just meant to be a fun talking video. It wasn't actually meant to be a solo round 20 game, but yeah, fuck it. GG, and see you in the next.